Imagine you find an XSS vulnerability, but nothing happens. No pop-up, no alert box, no visible response. Most people would move on in that situation. What if the payload executes later? That's exactly what a blind XSS is. In this video, I'll explain the blind XSS in simplest way. You don't need to have any prior knowledge before watching this video. So come on, let's get into the video. I'll also show you the practical demonstrations which will be helping you guys to understand the blind XSS concepts more better. So before understanding blind XSS, let's understand what is XSS. XSS happens when a website accepts the user input and do not sanitize or validate the input and executes it as the user gives it. Sounds confusing, right? So let me explain you with the practical example. So the example could be, if I enter a script into any comment section of an application, and the comment is stored as soon as the video is there or the website is running. So in that situation, how XSS works, let me show you a small demonstration. To deeply discuss about the XSS, like it has in a reflected and stored XSS, we are not going to get into deep. We are going to learn what is required to understand the blind XSS, give you simple and clear understanding about these concepts. Before we get into the actual demonstration, if you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more such content. I opened my Kali right now, and this is my Kali, and to demonstrate you the XSS, this is specifically stored XSS, but don't get confused. Imagine this as XSS. Now, as I said, there could be any payload which we can inject. So a payload is nothing but any JavaScript code. So in terms of XSS, like cross-site scripting, you can inject any HTML code or else JavaScript code. So I'm trying to inject a basic JavaScript code to just make you guys understand the XSS. So let me write a script. So this is just a basic JavaScript syntax which I hope you are aware of. If not, you just try to learn this. This is not a big task. So alert is a JavaScript function. So in alert, I'm just typing some random text like hacked. Yeah, so as you can see, this is just a small basic payload, or you can say a JavaScript syntax which I'm trying to inject. This is a basic XSS payload. So when I click on enter, you can see it got executed. That's the reason we got here as hacked, and a pop-up has shown here. So this is what alert function does in JavaScript. So in specifically, I'm explaining you stored XSS. So what stored XSS is nothing but, the name itself says that stored, it's nothing but the payload is stored inside the website, on the web server. Once if I click on the reload page, so I click continue to reload, and you can see I have clicked the reload, and it showed as again the function which I wrote has been executed. So imagine I refreshed it, but what if you visit this website? So if you or any other person who visit this website also gets attacked to this, in simple, think it as a website, or any shopping website, or you imagine it as a YouTube, not YouTube but similar to YouTube, where you have a comment section. So if I executed this payload in the comment section, those who open this video also will be able to see this comment. They will also get attacked by this payload, and they also been victim for the stored XSS. So instead of alert function or JavaScript function, what if I write any big code which will be stealing the session cookies, or so etc. So those all how to steal session cookies and all, I'll be explaining in separate video which I will make for the detailed stored XSS video. So for now, let's skip that advanced stuff, and this is what basic stored XSS or XSS means. So now let's discuss about blind XSS. Blind XSS is different. So here we inject a payload but don't see the results ourselves. So the payload gets stored somewhere in the application. Later an administrator or support staff use the data. Means here in the stored XSS, I executed the payload, and as soon as I executed the payload, I can see the result that it worked. But in blind XSS, even after you execute the payload, you won't see any results. So you can see the executed payload can be viewed by the admin account, or kind of support staff who views the data of all users in the organization. So imagine there is an organization and there are employees of the organization, and if one employee tries to execute a blind XSS payload and he doesn't see any results immediately, but where the admin account who has the access to all his employees data can be able to see the results of the blind XSS. So let's even discuss this in practical. This is the flow diagram for the blind XSS. Why is it called blind XSS? Because we can't immediately see whether it worked or not. Let me explain you with a simple real life analogy. Think of it like leaving a note inside a mailbox. You don't know when someone will open it or not, but when they do open, the action happens. So that's a blind XSS. Like if the person opens it, then only the action happens. Until then, you just put note in the mailbox and nothing happens. In the same way here, the mail is nothing but the payload which you inject. When the admin opens his account and starts seeing it, then it gets executed. So that's the thing in case of blind XSS. Coming to the practical example one, here you see a mega site. Imagine this as some e-commerce website. It's used for just demonstration purposes. Don't try to execute this on unauthorized websites or no permission up websites. So don't do any illegal stuff right now, you might be put into jail. So I'm doing this on a very vulnerable website which is especially made to test and explain you guys. So imagine this mega site as an e-commerce website or some site where there is home, sign in and sign up. So let me go to sign up and I'll give some my username, which is version. Now password, even password I'm giving as version. I clicked on sign up. Yeah, so coming to the home page, you can see a user list where my name is there and a user called version got created in this website. So now what we'll do, I'll just click on my name. So you can see I got my username and a bio. So I'll go to my profile section. So what my goal should be is to have blind XSS. So blind XSS is nothing but we should try types of payloads to execute it. So first let me inspect this. So after inspecting, you go to bio. So here we see the bio section. So now what I'll be doing is, don't get panic. I'll be showing you a payload which is simple to understand. So I have written in advance. So this is the payload. So I'm just copying it. I'll explain it right now. So don't worry guys, I'll explain it. So yeah, I injected this payload. So yeah, so what I'm trying to do is, in bio section which we saw, there is a text area. Like whatever the text we enter into the bio section, it is being stored as inside the text area tag. So these tags are basic in the HTML or in JavaScript. So make sure you just learn basics of HTML and JavaScript if you don't understand. But yeah, text area. So what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to close the text area using this tag, and also I'm closing the script tag if any open script tags are present in the bio field. And then for safe side, I'm closing with string and again ending the tags. So this is just nothing but in any bug bounty program or in any XSS finding kind of. So you just make a habit of trying to close tags like text area, script, or any paragraph, whatever is present in this. You just try to close them so that you'll be having more chance that the payload will be executed. Now what I did is, the basic tag which is script alert hack which we used in the stored XSS, so I just wrote it as it is. So I just pasted it here. Now let's click on update profile and see what happens. So you can see nothing is happening. So we are not getting any result right now. So you might have guessed, many of the hunters, beginners, what they'll think is there is no XSS in this, or there is already sanitized input. As I have explained you all, blind XSS can target admin pages, right? So what I'll do is I'll just create another I'll just open another tab of this website, which is admin tab, and you'll see what happens exactly now. So I executed this, but nothing happened. Let's open the admin tab. What I'm going to do is I'll copy this website name. So as you guys might think I'll be cheating you, I'll open an incognito mode. So you can see I opened the incognito mode. I'm pasting it, and what I'm doing is I'll click admin. So it's loading. Yeah, you can see admin sign in and mega site. So admin, what I'm doing, I kept the credentials simple, admin and also admin. So what happens in an organization? An employee created that account called version. I'm an employee in this e-commerce website, or in this organization. I created my account. I tried to inject a payload in my account, and I saw no results. There is no reflected, no stored. So I'll be hoping that there could be a blind XSS. So what happens? Admin opens. He sees the list of the users. So right now I created only one. So my username is present. So what he'll do? He'll just be clicking the employee info. So he clicked, and boom, you can see the XSS payload has been executed in the admin panel. So here I just kept a small payload, but in the demonstration purpose I can't show you the real hacking stuff. So in this way the blind XSS worked. This is the example one, which might seem simple. So in the next example I'll show some more complex kind of blind XSS. The video length got more with only explanation and one example. If you loved this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And if you found this video helpful, share with your cybersecurity friends and enthusiasts. Also, if you want me to explain more detail, or what changes in my explanation, you can comment below. I'll be trying to change it, and whatever video you ask, I'll try to make a video on it. So make sure to comment, and I'll be starting penetration testing series soon. Until then, keep learning. Bye. And trust me guys, you all will love the second example which I'm gonna explain on blind XSS. So stay tuned to not miss that video.